could just see you one more time, I drink the darkness unfold. If I could just see you one more time. 5 in the morning, I'm still drinking hard liquor, staring at the sky, damn how I miss it. Depressed as hell, so I turn to entertainer as I write this song. The tears are falling on the paper. Mama used to whoop my ass with.
What's up, everybody? There's a little bit of difference. This show's actually quite different. Just to give everybody fair heads up, it's not like the other ones that we do. Let me see, is this the right one here? More or less, the person that I started all of this with, there was 3 people there. The other one is in Discord, Scrappy. He's here with us also. One night, there was me, there was Scrappy, and there was Vox. And we all started talking about, I started talking about streaming. And Vox made a comment to me, dude, you're one of the most knowledgeable people that I know. When you start learning about something, you dive into it. What's up, Fred? You dive into it head over heels. And we used to talk a lot about aliens and Sumerians and a lot of things of that nature. And we would sit there night in, night out, and we would talk about so many different things that had to do with it. And he's like, and I was like, if we're gonna do this, I want to have you part of it. I want to have Scrappy part of it. I want to get Crypto on. I want to get all these different people. Well, Vox said, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a year, because I know you could do it in a year. So we agreed upon a year, and we did a lot of podcasts talking about things that would be close to home and with reality, and talking about things that were just mythological or ideological. There's something that had no bearing on humanity, just different myths, legends, things of that. But we would also talk about serious things. I wanted to do some sort of memorial for Vox and bring a bunch of people back together, and just so we could talk about different things and maybe hear some of his favorite music. However, Vox is one, and I'm pretty sure I can quote it being said without it being said. And this is not to get people rowdy over language. There is going to be bad language. This is not made for kids. But he would tell me, stop being a pussy and moping around. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to have music reactions tonight. I wanted to give the opportunity for everybody that's in Discord and everywhere else that knew Vox to give an opportunity to talk about at least one memory with him that was one of the most important memories. Bendy, I don't know you, and I'll quickly ban your ass. One more stupid comment. So I want to give everybody an opportunity to just get it out there. Vox is the guy that everybody could see. That's one of the images I had together when we first started. Yeah, here, let me get you the link right now. So basically, I wanted one good memory of everything that we used to talk about, things of that nature. And I wanted to give everybody an opportunity to actually hear some of the things that we used to talk about. So I did pull up some of the previous podcasts. I gotta make a very important stop real quick to give somebody the link. We do have Vox, aka John's significant other here. We also have his family watching. So for anybody that don't know Vox, or hey, that's him. That's him. I'm telling you, he's trying to let us know he's watching. But for anybody that says, hey, you probably shouldn't do that, his family, it might upset the family. No. Before I actually set a time or anything, I reached out to the family. Because actually, I've known the family just quite a significant amount of time. Not as long as I've known Vox. Well, maybe his sister a little bit. However, before we start checking out some of these old podcasts where we could hear his opinion on things, I wanted to give everybody that opportunity to talk about that one memory. Nate, I know you were close to him, but not as close as a lot of us because you haven't known him as long as we have. However, I know there was memories where you guys sat there discussing different things, aspects on religion and things. So why don't you go ahead and throw out one of your memories that you have with Vox?
So I can remember the first time we started talking religion, and because if I remember correctly, it was we were talking about Valhalla, and
Yes, Norse mythology.
okay, I knew it. So we were all carrying on like normal. If he was here, he'd kick my ass. Right.
Yeah, he would. He'd smack you.
I know, but I'm trying to trying to keep it straight. So we always like to talk religious topics, and then we all started getting in on Flash about his goat.
That's one famous thing Vox was known for. Flash, reminding Flash to leave the goat alone. I'll absolutely say that.
Yeah, so it's like a tradition now. Anytime we run into Flash, to mess with him about the goats, all because Vox got us started on that.
Yeah. Scrap.
I didn't do it.
Your most impactful memory of knowing Vox as long as you have.
I mean, there isn't really one that I can pick. Like, me and him used to fucking, I guess I'll just go back to like when I was in school, because he was in school at the same time. Like, we would stay up until like 3, 4 in the morning, like just bullshitting while we were doing homework. And like, we were totally separate things. I think he was doing his Homeland Security degree at the time. And I mean, it was similar but different just because I was going for cybersecurity. So I don't know, we would just sit there and like we would fucking play Xbox, take breaks from doing homework, just bullshit, or not do homework and just bullshit. Like it's funny because I was just looking on my Xbox messages the other day, and like the amount of messages that I have on there from him on Xbox, and like obviously I have a bunch in Discord and Facebook too, but it was just kind of cool reading those. And that was, like I said, that was a few days, like a week ago or so. So that was before I'd even heard from him or heard anything about what was going on. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's just, yeah, I've been thinking about him a lot lately and wish we could have another conversation, but
Yeah, he's up there. I'm telling you. He's gonna troll us one way or another. Shanna, do you want to talk about your fondest memory with Vox? You've known him quite a long time too.
Yeah.
We'll bring your happy ass over here in
Sure.
front of the camera.
I can do that. Okay. My fondest memory of Fox. First time I ever got in TeamSpeak or Discord, because we were going back and forth at the time. He was always yelling at Flash, or always telling Chills what to do with himself. And he offered me understanding and concern when no one else understood what was going on up here.
I'll go next because I wanted to leave the Dawn to the final one because she's the significant other, so she deserves that spot. My fondest memory with Vox. This one's a little bit different than all the other ones. But we was very honest with each other. He would tell me something or I would tell him something and we would never hold back. But every holiday, I knew I could jump either on Facebook if he wasn't banned or Discord. And we would have some sort of conversation for that holiday. No matter what, we always made sure, even on the last Thanksgiving, he messaged me and I messaged him. New Year's, messaged me, messaged him. Birthdays, we always reached out to each other to make sure, hey, I'm still here. The last message that he sent me for a holiday, I think, is probably my most impactful memory. And it's not like it was anything different. It was the way that it was worded and the way that it had made me feel on that holiday. And the message was like something of, hey, Carnell, I just wanted to let you know, I hope you're having a great holiday, you and your family. Mm-hmm. And I responded just like I normally would. I hope you are also. Tell your family I said hello. And I kind of, Vox is the only one that has ever called me family, friend, brother, where I felt that it was there. There was that family there. It didn't need to be blood to be family. Scrappy, he's one of my closest friends also, and he had that same bond with Vox. It wasn't about, hey, we lived the same exact life, because we never actually got to hang out. He lived close to me for a little bit, but we never really had time to hang out. We always had work. However, he was closer to me than most people that I'm friends with. He's always been closer. If I was in a broke down situation and I needed that honest opinion, I needed that uplifting talk where I'm going to be told, stop being a dick, get your shit together, and you know what you got to do, or something like that, I knew I could reach out to Vox. Mm-hmm. So for me, when he called me Carnell, I understood that was my buddy, my family, my friend. And it really did impact. Like I said, we started Blacklist G and our BGAR together. But I don't know. Don, I'm sure you've got many, many memories, but what do you think one of your most fondest memories of Vox was, if you don't mind talking about it?
I have a lot of memories of him. I've known him for 23 years. He's gonna tell me to stop being a baby.
No, he's just up there. He's got a stick and he's poking a doll with us on it just to troll us.
Yeah. Probably the first time I met him in person. He wasn't a big hugger. You guys know he's not emotional like that. But he hugged me and asked if I was okay. Because I had been going through some stuff with my marriage that I was leaving. So he asked me if I was okay and hugged me. Then he hugged me again. He hugged me twice, so I got 2 hugs out of that one.
Yeah.
But just meeting him for the first time was amazing.
Absolutely. I could absolutely believe it. Vox, look, he might not have been a hugger or nothing like that, but I seen the true side. I seen where he was cussing up a storm. I've got messages right now. I was just reading them.
And 5 minutes later, sweet as pie.
Where he was talking about, God damn it, I was carrying a bed and he ran in front of the bed, and he was talking about your son. And he ran in front of the bed or something, and then he blamed me because the bed hit him, and I wouldn't hit him, God damn it. He reminds me too much, and I'm just reading these messages, and I was breaking down, just reading those messages. Because it was like he was trying to be a tough guy, but he couldn't be a tough guy because he loves the shit out of your kid. So it was like, I can't do it. I can't. I know you. It was like, when he talked to me, he knew I could see through if he was trying to put on a charade or something. And honestly, he did stop talking to me for periods in time when he was in dark spots because he knew I would call him out on it.
Yeah.
But the messages and everything, and being able to just know the ride that we went on together was probably the best thing that could have happened to any of us. So let me go ahead to the next part of this because this is where things get real interesting. I need to see. Is this it
I think
here?
the funniest thing was he knew you were blackout mad.
Oh no, I remember. Listen here, I'm gonna talk about one more memory because it was when I first started getting into the streaming, and I was gaming, and Vox was a Pictionary god.
Oh lordy.
He said, "How are we gonna do this? If I can guess your picture, what am I gonna get?"
Oh, I remember this night.
We played this game on Steam, and I had 2 bottles of alcohol. And for every time they would guess it in the first 3 minutes or something, I would have to take a shot.
Mhm.
I couldn't get 30 seconds into the round without Vox telling me what it was.
Yeah. Guess who puked in
He-
the trash
he-
can that night?
He had me so drunk that night. The next morning, he said, "I bet you won't do that again."
Yeah, he got him drunk and then lectured him.
Yeah. But anyway, so I did want to check out some things. This is one of the streams. Like I said, I've got plenty of the previous streams that we actually talked about things. And I randomly picked a spot where he started talking so we can hear his opinion and who he really was.
For they do the same thing, Chills. And I thought
Oh no, that's a different
It's
part.
from a different website.
Let me see.
I guarantee you it would. They threw their asses in major players in it.
Oh no, this is the political one. Let's not do that
Mm,
one.
let's not play that one.
But see, the Barney and Betty Hill thing, that's just one
I actually don't know what you
situation.
guys are talking about.
Oh,
It was
my.
a
Is there any of
Couple
black
him
and white
laughing
lady,
at
they were
me
just
yelling
married
at
a couple
somebody?
years
Black
prior,
man and a
like,
white lady.
Teaching
Not
ya.
too black and not too
It was
late.
a black and a white.
This is where he was teaching you.
Okay.
And essentially what happened is that's what they tried to blame it on, was like somebody, because it was back when the races weren't, like they are today. Essentially they disappeared. They remember driving on the road, seeing a bright light, they vanished. I think they were gone
We're
for like
supposed
2
to be
days
hearing
or
something.
like
Nothing's
that.
playing.
It's not
And they
playing
just
through.
reappear with all this time gone.
Oh,
They don't know what
why?
happened
It's on
to
the
them.
stream.
Nobody knows what happened.
Never mind.
Everybody thought they were kidnapped because of the
Oh.
interracial thing.
Mm.
But then they didn't remember anything, and then they went under a psychotherapist that hypnotized them, and they
Yo.
both were saying the same shit about grays and these little creatures with big black
Is
eyes.
that a
and,
reticuli?
yeah, in certain star chart areas, and they were testing them and doing stuff with them, hurting them. So essentially, and when they came back, they couldn't explain the time lapse that had vanished. Like I said, I think it was like 2 days they lost. Don't quote me on the exact time, but it was like they lost like a lot of time and they didn't know why. So they went to a psycho, one of those guys that hypnotize you, and a therapist, and the guy actually got it out of them. Where
Okay.
it was kind of like, you ever seen that movie?
Let me pause that there because if you guys want to see more of that, you just got to find the video. Send me a private message or whatever. But I want to get more of an opportunity where people can see different sides of them. So here's the next one.
About it, but I'm going to give you a little bit of an intro on what Wikipedia.
Okay. So I think this is crypto opening up for us. But I don't know why it's
Tonight,
okay. Just because I
Alright.
can. These are like some of the very first
I know I look a
shows
little
we
fucking
ever
weird
put out.
right now. I'm trying to get
So,
this picture.
you
right
want
to
to talk
hold
about
opinions without
editing mess?
interfering.
As a good American, you think that's bullshit. They have the right to do it. I don't have to agree with it. I have the right to boycott them. But at
see,
the same time,
I wonder why that's
that
cutting out
their
like
right
that.
to do it does not supersede
Facebook
that
might have did
company's
that.
right to fire them, fine them, and that's kind of where I don't have any problem with what Roseanne said. I don't see it as racist.
Okay. Let's not go too far into anything political. This is Vox that I'm trying to let everybody hear, just to give a heads up.
Intricacies. It could last days, weeks, years. All that possible. It's hard to say, unfortunately. Hawaii's government warned that mass evacuation.
I do think so. I mean, they actually now most Americans.
Okay, so that was more Snake Doc.
People that have these kind of drugs, which we know hurts them. Sure. You know, I don't agree with that, but I mean, at the same time, I don't consider myself right or left. I consider myself a
Could you
constitutionalist.
click through?
I read the Constitution. I understand the Constitution to the best of my ability. And
You did
you know,
read the American Constitution, right?
what the hell Constitution I'm talking about? Starfleets?
Yeah.
You asshole.
You're a Jedi.
That's Star Trek.
It doesn't
Or
matter.
that's Star Wars. I'm talking about Star Trek, bitch.
It doesn't matter. You're still a fucking Jedi.
Yeah, I'll use my mind trick. This is not the finger you were looking for.
This, what you guys hear right now is how we legitimately talk to each other. It was never nothing in a derogatory manner where we were attacking each other. We talked more shit than you could imagine. Why? Because that's just what family does. And if we both know, hey, it's not being said out of spite, it's not being said in a harmful manner, and we was able to just talk. Okay.
I mean, it's just the point that, you know, there's some questionable shit they do, and that's fine. You know, lobbyists are always going to be lobbyists. You have the left screaming, "Oh well, these guys want."
Okay, let's not get into the politics part again. Let's see. Next Tuesday we'll go and attack fucking.
There was a time I would have I wanted him in that kind of thing. Not now. I refuse to, because I will not. I do not see a problem with having boys be masculine and girls be feminine. And that's
I'm
not
not gonna
saying
be
that,
your grandpa at under fucking.
You know what?
55 years
well,
old.
it's you know, there's a fucking war against masculinity.
Okay, I gotta pause it there. Look, this is one thing I could say about Vox without a question. The statement you guys just heard, I heard millions of times come from that man. That was something that he believed in wholeheartedly. That's why I let that play through. But let's go ahead. As I said, I got more videos of him. I just don't want to pull up the wrong ones. Some of the things that he would say, we didn't agree. But we knew we could still sit there for hours and talk about it. Like, I used to believe that monkeys were manipulated. I was on a whole Zacharias Sitchin kick when I was younger. And me and Vox would sit there. And he, out of the blue, sometimes he would send me pictures of people doing really idiotic things where they were harming themselves or doing things that were just stupid. And he'd be like, yep, I think the monkeys are mutating again. And it would be like the guy that ate the other guy's, like tore his face off and things like that. And he would just send these pictures and it would be so random. Every single time you'd be in tears laughing. Vox, he was, I could honestly say, for anybody that wanted to know what a friend was like or what a friend's like, you had to know Vox. Because he didn't beat around the bush. He didn't care if it got him banned, trust me. Hey, Dawn, how many accounts did he lose? Overall platforms.
3 or 4 on Facebook. He was on his 4th one, I think.
He would not hold back from... Good.
He had to change his last name so they didn't realize it was him.
Yeah, when I got that message for the friend invite and I read it, oh, I know exactly who this is. I know exactly who this is. But he was one of, he was what we need still, for real. We need people to not be afraid to speak the truth, not be able to call BS when it's BS. But there will never be another Vox, period. Nobody, I'm sorry to say, but I don't think anybody will ever be able to hold a bar or even come close to the bar of loyalty that man had for his friends. The influence, the loyalty, the respect that he showed everybody until he wasn't given respect. You don't find that every day. You really don't. And pretty much trying to keep myself together while I'm talking about this. Pretty much, there'll never be another Vox, but those of us who had the opportunity to know him are never ever going to forget him. There's not a chance in hell I'll ever forget Vox. And I don't think anybody else that knew him would. He was the soft-spoken giant. Had the softest voice in the world, but you'd see him face to face like, holy shit, I'm getting towered. Especially me, I'm 5'8". But if you knew him, you knew he was harmless to the people he cared about. I don't have much more. I didn't even know what to say from the beginning. So anybody else want to say anything, feel free. Oh, I think everybody got quiet on me.
No, I mean, yeah, kind of. There's
It's
not
okay.
really much else to say, man. Like, you kind of hit the nail on the head. He was one of a kind.
This is not just from me, but this is from everybody in this Discord. With the exception of Jupiter, because I'm sure they already know. The Vox's family. Cindy and Zandra. Please don't ever fear or feel you can't reach out if you just want to reach out and talk. If you ever want to get hold of the podcast, if you want to take them, edit them up, where for the ones that we did together, you just feel free. And if anybody gives you any problem, you come see me directly. You could give them this video and as evidence. My podcasts with Vox, his family, along with his woman Dawn, have 1,000,000% rights to them. They could do whatever they want. Vox was a brother to me, so his family, I hope they understand that they're family to me also. I don't think Scrap or Nate's got an argument with that.
Nope.
And Scrap's mic's muted, but he's got it. So
No, you know.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it. And I'm not gonna say rest with God, because I know what religion Fox, what he believed in. So I'm gonna tell you, while you're up there in Valhalla, you better be getting the biggest goddamn beers or whiskey or whatever the hell grow you're drinking, and you have one for me, because it's gonna be a while, but we will have a drink again. With that being said, for everybody that watches this, go tell your friends, if you care about them, that you care about them. Go make sure your friends know that you're there if they need to open up and reach out. Because some of us will never have that opportunity again. You just watched us. This is, you could call this the family of Vox. That's what we are. Have a good night.